Hello everyone, and today I'm going to continue more of the tutorial. Today we're going to be learning functions, but I'm pretty sure that's the only thing we're going to be doing today because they're kind of long. If you watched the tutorial about why you use local in front of variables, then you would have maybe saw if statements, which are code blocks. Today I'm going to teach you functions, which are another code block. So first off, we're going to start by saying function. And then we will have a name for the function, which a function is like an action of code that you can run at any certain time. So, for example, I'm just going to delete this real quick. If you're, for example, setting a value to a random value, like at certain times that have different wait delays, and you just want to go like wait 0.5 and then go, but I'm just going to delete this. Local baseplate equals game dot workspace dot baseplate. Then you don't want to go this way. 0.5 baseplate dot anchored small, and then wait 0.3, or like you do baseplate dot brick color equals brick color dot new red, or red, really red. Remember, you put quotation marks. I just didn't put them because I like automatically doing it, but you can do the way you want. And then wait 0.3, and then you set anchored back to true, and then you set this to random color. But like, it's like a lot. But like each time it has delays. Or for example, you wanted to add numbers. Like for example, if we get rid of this and say local num1 equals 3, and then local num2 equals 7, then we can say print num1 plus num2. For example, if we do that, but like, what if we have like a load of numbers and complex equations that we need to do often in random points in our script? So for example, if we have hundreds of lines of code and you need to like do something that's 100 lines of code every single second, but at certain points and not just running always, then what you do is you can type function, and then we can set a name for our function, which the name of my function will be add. And then you put these brackets. But before we do anything else, I just want to show you of a preset function, which is one that I've already shown you, which is brick color dot random, which, as you can see, that every function has brackets at the end. every single one. Which I will tell you why there are brackets at the end in a moment. First, now we press enter, which there is a chance of an end popping up. If there isn't, make one, but it probably will pop up. So, now we can say, well, I'm going to teach you another value, which is returning. But I need to teach you functions first. So, let's just say num1 plus num2 or local actually not local. Let's say answer equals num1 plus num2. But if you do that, then it slows it down because, well, it's warning. But now we can say answer. We just say print answer. But the thing is, this will not work. If you're wondering why it won't work, it's because since this is a function, it is not ran yet. So the way to run a function is to say the function name, which I called it add. So you just say add, but we put brackets because we're calling it. We called the function over there, but you do it once you create a function. So this runs the code. So for example, if you just had a ton of lines of code, this line of code will run all of this. But the way you can do it is if you duplicate this 3 times, it'll run this code 3 times. Which now that it runs this code, which now it knows what answer is as it's assigned to a variable. Which then we print the answer so it will run. Which if I just go ahead and press run real quick right here, and then scroll up, it'll say 10, because 3 plus 7 is 10. But, not saying local in front of variables slows it down, so now I'm going to teach you returning, which returning is like returns a value. So, first of all, if we say return right here, which it stops, which I'm just going to get rid of this line because now we don't have any answer, which it just stops the function right there no matter what, but we get to return a value to the function, which let's say return num1 plus num2. But we didn't receive the value. So the way to receive a value is by making a variable. So you can say local answer and make it equal to add. Which this will mean the answer equals add, which add is num1 plus num2 because it returns the value to the function, which the function is equal to answer. So this means num1 plus num2, which, yeah. So, if we say print answer and do the exact same thing, just in a better format, as you can see, it says 10. Which, I like saying local in front of functions because, I want it to run smoother, like how it does with variables. You don't need to do it. It's not as important as in variables, but I just like to do it. It's a good habit, I think. Which, your choice. You can do it or not do it. Which, now that I've taught you this, now you know what. Alright, so, now I am going to, I might give you an assignment, but I really can't think of one. But, now what I want you to do is, okay, I thought of an assignment. I want you to input 2 numbers up here, and then what I want you to do is to, what I want you to do is to print the numbers like I did with the function, and then increase the numbers, and then run the function again, looping always. Which your assignment is to use to use your previous resources, just so that I know you remember everything. Which you can look back at different tutorials if you don't remember anything at all. If you don't remember anything at all, I recommend you rewatch the entire tutorial, paying utmost attention. It is also recommended that you are doing this with Roblox Studio as you do it, or else you may not pay attention as much. Which, pause the video in 5 seconds, just so that you can get started on your assignment. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I have done it. Which now, if I go and press run, and then if I look in the output, as you can see, it is running. It is counting up by 2s to infinity. Which it'll stop when you press the stop button, which stops the game. Which now I'm going to go ahead and look at the script. Which here's the script. I have the 2 variables right here assigned to numbers. I have the function, which is adding it. And then I have a while loop waiting 0.1 seconds so it doesn't crash, printing the add function, which is num1 plus num2, and then I add num1, I add 1 to num1, which plus equals is like saying num1 equals num1 plus 1, which num1 is currently 3, so it's like saying num1 equals 3 plus 1, which is 4, because if you just say num1 equals 1, then it's always going to be set to 1, which I told you earlier. And then I also assigned it to num2, so it counts by 2s, and we're already pretty close to 1500. Which this is my code, and your code doesn't need to be exactly the same as mine. As long as it works, it's perfect. As long as it works. Some people can do it differently, but this is just how I did it. It would be okay if you assigned local answer equals add, and then you printed the answer instead of doing that way, which I was actually going to do that, but I just wanted to show you that it's okay to do it without. And you don't need a variable for that because you only call it once. But these are updating values, so you need a variable for them. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of the tutorial. Bye.